Ghana. I've been in this business for close to 5 years now, and a brief, you know, background of myself. Before I met Alliance in Motion Global, I was a banker before. I was in a banking business. I'm in a banking job before, and I was only looking for how I can supplement my income, how I can, make extra income. Since everybody knows that it's not easy to depend on one income stream. All right. So that is how come I started looking. And then a friend hooked me up on this business opportunity. As a matter of fact, though I was looking for an opportunity, uh, I was also skeptical because the whole thing was new to me after 2015, 2015, thereabout. It was new to me. And so it took my friend a while to convince me. And I had to personally go online to do what we call due diligence. All right. And then I think that day I slept very late. I slept around 2:30 a.m. or so because I was seriously curious about how people are able to make all of these monies they are talking about. Okay. And I was behind on my bills and all of that after that time. So I was very skeptical until eventually I realized it was real. I plugged myself in it, and then I think I started doing it on part time with the banking job. Little by little, it wasn't easy from the start. I mean, you are very witness that nothing becomes easy, right? It wasn't easy. It was very challenging, but as I was building it up, my upline was helping me. This is why uplines are so important in this business. All right. And some of you guys that are on this Zoom meeting tonight, we are very fortunate to have these wonderful, 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 wonderful uplines as your coaches. Because if you have some of the best coaches in this business, you are going to really, really, really go smart, go fast, and go far as well. All right. My upline, the one that introduced the business to me, helped me a lot. And then I was doing the business on part time. I think it took me like 4 months. After 4 months, I was able to quit my job and then focus on this business on full-time basis. All right. So within my first year, I learned everything that I came across online. I mean, we all know everything is on social media now. If it's not on social media, you can find them on YouTube and what have you. I was training myself up, down, and all of that. In my second year, it was fantastic because I got the chance to travel to different African countries for the first time to, to build my business. And then in the next third year, I was able to, focus on building my business in and around Ghana. When I say Ghana, I mean regionally. Sorry about that for my life. Okay. And then I think in my third year, I was able to buy my first car doing the business. And that was very the motivating factor. The motivating factor was the fact that I was able to help about 117 people in my network, okay, to also earn some good amount of money from this business. And some of them were able to quit their jobs like I did as well. And were able to travel up and down across the country and sometimes outside the country. All right. Now, for most people, normally we all have, dream businesses that we want to build. Somebody wants to enter travel business. Somebody wants to enter, uh, you know, transportation business and all of that. Personally, I have a dream of owning my own school. All right, owning a school, but financing it is actually a challenge. All right, but since I realized that I can use this business as a vehicle, I started building tirelessly. And I think in 2018, latter part of 2018, 2 years ago, I was able to start my first school doing this, doing this business. All right. And so when people ask me, what is your reason? for building this business, I'm like, this business, aside it helping you, achieve whatever you want to achieve, it also helps you to, reach out to a lot of people to help them achieve what they also want to achieve. Like most people say, strong people are not people that bring people down, but then strong people are people that, lift people up. All right. So that is one good thing about this business for me. All right. I think in my fourth year, uh, after the school, I was able to build my own house from the same business as well. And I was able to get married last year as well from this same business. All right. Aside that, I got enough time to, travel to, I think, Tanzania, do this business. I traveled to Nigeria, I traveled to Cameroon, and I think last 2 years I traveled to Dubai, UAE as well. And eventually I was able to qualify to be on the company's list of people who qualify for the Philippine trip. Okay, also be part of the, you know, 12th or I think 13th anniversary or so in the Philippines. It was wonderful. All right. Now, the good thing about this business is that the fulfillment that comes with the business, knowing that you showed up and you made this happen, you showed up and then you were able to touch this number of lives, knowing that you have nobody to boss themselves over you, knowing that you can do whatever you want to do, whatever time you want to do. Because there were times when I was working, I always felt like I was worth more than I was being paid for. There were times where I felt like, I was meant to do something bigger than I was currently doing. But doing this business, meeting new people, sharing ideas, learning from other people, meeting people from different, professions, like, for instance, lawyers, doctors, nurses, people coming from the engineering, background and what have you. It gave me the sense of belief that if these people have been able to do it, I can do it as well. All right. So it's motivating for you to know that you are heading towards somewhere. And the most difficult thing I ever did in this business is not about, helping others from darkness to light, not buying cars from this business, not build my house and all of that. But then the most difficult thing I ever did in this business was to believe that it was possible for me. It took me close to a year to believe that me, Lawrence, I will be able to do this. And since I had the belief that it was possible, I never stopped, moving. I kept going. I kept pushing myself. I kept stretching and stretching. All right, because everybody knows that most people are failing today not because they are stretching too much and they are, they aim too high and then they miss. But most people are failing today because they aim too low and then they hit. So I didn't want to aim too low. I kept aiming bigger and bigger and bigger. And in the space of 5 years, what I've achieved doing this business is just beyond expectation. I had some of my friends from the bank 5 years ago when I was switching fully to do this business, laughing at me that, hey, you are quitting this wonderful job because banking job in Ghana, to get a banking job in Ghana is not easy. All right. Now you learn a banking job and then you are quitting it eventually for a business you don't know how it is going to end. I had friends who were laughing at me and then they were trying to talk me out and then try to discourage me and all of that. All right. So if you're out there and you are listening to me this evening, take this from my nugget. If you have some people discouraging you, some people, trying to distract you from focusing, you have some people out there trying to talk you out of your dream. I am telling you this evening, don't allow them to do that. Don't allow them to do that. Take it as a challenge that, hey, if these people are trying so hard to talk me out of it, they are saying it won't work, they are saying nothing will happen, some people are even going to reject you and all of that. Take it as a challenge and then convince yourself that you can make it happen. And I'm telling you, once you are able to convince yourself that you can make it happen, that is enough. That is all you need. That is all you need for success. All right. That is all you need. You don't need any other thing to just make it happen. Once you're able to convince yourself that it's going to be possible, it is going to be possible. When Mark Zuckerberg was starting Facebook, he had five friends, five different friends that he told about this business opportunity that he want to, embark. And out of five, only two of them said, okay, we believe in your dream, let's go. And today, those who are equally billionaires, multi-millionaires like, Mark Zuckerberg, the rest are still trying their hands on other things. It's the same thing. Now that you have seen the vision that you want to move close to achieving, some people are going to, draw you back. Some people are going to pull you back and what have you. But once you are able to overcome all of these things and then you head forward, forge forward, and then keep pushing to the front, I'm telling you, success is just waiting for you. All right. And for the fact that you are all on this, meeting this evening, make time out of your quality time to be part of this, Zoom meeting. It's only a clear indication that you are a serious person. And success only comes to serious people. And I like the fact that you have made time to be part of this wonderful training this evening. I'm so excited that by the end of this Zoom meeting, your life is never ever going to be the same again. All right? Because this life, we are all stories. At the end of the day, you just have to make sure that the story inspires others. All right? But where are you going to be if tomorrow your job is no longer there? If tomorrow your expectations are no longer there? You need something that you can call your own. You need a business that, irrespective of your presence, it should continue to run. All right? And so, in global business is the right business for anybody at all who has entrepreneurial dream in them. Somebody who wants to say yes to success. Somebody who wants to say yes to becoming their own bosses before they die. Because we all have one shot at life. That is it. It got to a point I was not even thinking about how much money I was going to be making in any global anymore. I was so passionate about informing people about the good news. I was so passionate about helping people. And the feeling that comes with is too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. Sometimes you never know how much you are inspiring other people's lives until you get at it. All right. At this point, I will just send it over to my host and see if there are some few questions here and there or some key areas perhaps you'd like for me to show more light on, and then we shall continue. I'm so happy that you made time to listen. Thank you. So over to you, my host.
There. Thank you very much for that very wonderful sharing, Mentor Lawrence. Okay, that's really good to hear from you. And actually, we would like to hear more about you. And we have actually another sharer here. So we entertain the question later on. I hope Mentor Davo's connection is good now. Mentor Davo? Oh, he's having. All right, Mentor Davo, let us hear from you. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning. How are we doing?
We're all doing great. Actually, our participants here cannot unmute themselves because we set our settings. So the floor is yours, Mentor. Mentor Lawrence, just
Okay.
stay with us.
Okay. Okay. So can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
It's okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Engineer David, and I popularly call Mr. Davo in the business. First of all, I would like to apologize, for my network. I wanted to be inside so that I can communicate properly. But the network inside was not okay, you know. And I must be with you guys. I have to move out. I'm inside my compound, not inside my car, so that to get a better network. So the host, so I would like to follow your questions. Are you getting any questions so that I will know so how to handle the so the presentation now.
Oh, you are just here to share our leaders from Africa and from other countries, mentor. You can tell us your journey doing AIM Global and what did you do? Why you became so successful doing here, AIM Global?
Okay, thank you so much. So as I said earlier, Ron, before I come across AIM Global, I was a lecturer in the university. I studied mechanical engineering, being an engineer. So my aim is to work with the whole company. That's the Chevron, you understand? And I thank God I got a good grade. Then, even my school retained me immediately. My school retained me immediately. I graduate. But along the line, somebody introduced this business to me. That is a M Global, which is Empower Consumerism now. Why? I did not know that it's going to be a wonderful opportunity in my life and then in the life of so many people. I just try to give it a try. Okay, let me just try it and see how it's going to work. But I don't want to lose my job then, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to leave it at all. But within the 6 months, I was doing it as a part-timer, in the evening. But in the evening, I do the business, talk to my people, talk to my co-lecturers, even call my students, I talk to them. At times I move out. So being a part-timer, I was doing it passionately within the limited time, that I was doing it. But within 6 months, when I see the way this company transforming our life, number one, concerning me, my paycheck rise, I begin to earn what my school supposed to pay me in 30 days. Being a lecturer, I begin to earn within a week in this business, that is AM Global. Wow. And then the number two, about our head. So I don't go to the hospital again because the product is fantastic, very, very effective, and there's so many people that are giving testimony about it. That is number two. Number three, the people that we introduced to the business, that is our team members, everybody are happy doing the business. Everybody are smiling to the bank. Wow. And I went back to my drawing board. I look at what this company has given to me within 6 months compared to what I'm collecting as a lecturer then in the university. I said, wow, if I can do the business in full time, that's me what I'm going to get in 40 years working as a lecturer. It's possible for me to get it within 3 to 4 years in M Global. We engineers, we love calculation too much, all this formula, the YDS, integration, and differentiation. Fine. After my analysis, I discovered that I have to do the business in full time. So I move on. I resign as a lecturer. Most of my colleagues then, even my professor, they are telling me that, guy, why are you leaving this certainty? When you have a job, most of them look at it as a certainty. I'm leaving the certainty for the uncertainty. I said, no problem. I know what I'm doing. But very soon, you will know the reason. Fine. We started doing the business fully. Me and my team member. But to God be the glory today, not to take much of your time. I'm now 6 years in the business now. Within a year, I joined this company, helping others. I love helping others a lot. And as you are helping others, company is also helping you. Company pay you so well. You understand? So I derive so much pleasure. You understand? Passion doing the business. So from there, within a year, I got one of my SUV car. That is a Jeep. You understand? That is Highlander. I said, wow, are you sure this is happening? And then within a year plus, I started building my own personal house. That is where I am now. That is why I'm parking my car now. You understand? And then 3 years, I started having a lot of properties. You know what makes me happy most is not about myself alone. As I'm making it so well in the business, other team are also doing well. Even as I'm talking to you, I have so many people that I introduced to the business that they have overtaken me in the business. Overtake me seriously, that is to say, they are making more money than what I'm making. And I am the one that introduced them to the system. Some of them, they are in the US now. Some of them are in Dubai, and they are doing very well. And that one makes me so happy, doing the business very, very well. To God be the glory today. The first year I joined this company, I became top 20 henna in the whole Nigeria. Top 20 henna in the whole Nigeria. And then the business has been in Nigeria for past 3 years before I got to know about it. And then within that a year, you know, the way we are sharing the business, we are moving from one state to another. I don't care if I present here, you register or you don't register. I move on. I became top 20 in the whole Nigeria. And then year 2017, I became top 15 henna again in the whole Nigeria. You understand? So the business is a very wonderful opportunity for everyone. Being you as a partner, I believe some of us are partner now. What I can just tell you, my secret is that we don't give up and we remain focused. Along the line, you see a lot of distraction. Some free radicals are getting me around you. That is other network. All this mushroom network, they will come to you. But being a leader, if you want to succeed in the multi-level marketing, once I find a good one like AIM Global, that we know as Empower Consumerism now, just hold it tight. The challenges will come. The discouragement will come. Everything I get to me, obstacle will come. But when you remain focused, definitely you get to the top. That is what you make us, me and my team member, I get to me, achieve very, very well. As I'm talking to you right now, you know, I am on my fourth building now. Fourth building. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four houses. You understand? So the first one I built, that is where I am now. That is a bungalow. I did not know that I'm going to make it so well in AIM Global. You understand? Otherwise, I will make it duplex. You know. But after that, every other one that I'm building now, I can show you some pictures now. You understand? It's one story building. So that the upstairs just having it for commercial purpose. Because I can remember I watched one video of our president, Dr. Kabatong. What did he say? He said that they have created the system for us. It's not left for us to make it work for ourselves through our own hard working. And after you must achieve so much money from the system, what will you do? Use that money to make more money for yourself. Use the money to make more investment and get it for yourself to create additional source of income. For me, it's only AIM Global I'm doing. But the money I'm having from AIM Global, what I do, I invest it into real estate business. So my brothers and sisters, you know, all over the world, Empower Consumerism is a very great opportunity. I am telling you, this is a very nice multi-level marketing that is paying very well. My advice that I give it to you, you know what is going on now, I get it, mean that is so common now that a lot of multi-level marketing are coming up. But I'm telling you, they can't do better than AIM Global. Because when they come to me as a leader, I always welcome them. I say, let me see what you have. Number one, I look at their product. Number two, I look into their competition plan. I know that AIM Global is still the best of the best. I'm telling you. So this is very great opportunity. This is where you can achieve everything that you want in life. As I'm talking to you, you know, I met some of my my professors yesterday. The man registered under me, and it was one that taught me. It was not asking me about the what, okay, how can I further to get more certificate? I told them to hell with the certificate. I don't need any more certificate in my life. The one that I've gotten is enough for me. What do I need the certificate? Another certificate for? I'll get him. It's not to get, you know, to make my life better. And then this company, you have everything. company will make you better. When talking about the head, fine, you get the go ahead with our product. Number two, when talking about the finance, I get you financially free. You are going to be financially free here. You have a financial freedom here. Number three, when talking about the lifestyle, and I can see my brother there from Ghana, our first speaker there. I believe that a year before last year we met together outside the country. We even danced together. We took the picture together. You understand? So for you to see the M Global, how M Global take care of their partner, M Global pamper us. Once you be a partner and you do what you're supposed to do, you are going to be pampered. You are going to be pampered. M Global will compensate you in so many ways. So my people, it's because of our time, your time, I don't want to take much of your time. So I would like to listen to you more if there's any other question so that we can, we can move on. So thank you so much.
Wow, 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 wow. That's powerful.
Yeah. I'm listening to you. Yeah, the host.
Yeah. Wow, that's very wonderful. Another wonderful sharing. Thank you very much, Mentor. Okay, so now, is it okay if we entertain some questions from our partners here, you and Mentor Lawrence? So,
Okay.
okay, guys, you guys can raise your hand so that I can call you if you have some questions with our sharer. Okay, so thank you very much. Anyway, you guys can ask. Pawe. Okay, guys, we got a question here. You can raise your hand. All right. So me myself, I have a question to you both. So I'm gonna ask first to Mentor Lawrence. So my question, um, can you tell us, Mentor Lawrence, are you still there?
Yes, madam, I'm still here.
Okay. So I wanna ask if when the first time that someone invited you here in the business, okay, so how was your first scenario when someone just asked you here in network marketing? Are you that kind of person who is negative about networking? Like how's the scenario goes?
Wow, this is a multi-million question. Wow, it's a multi-million question. As a matter of fact, by then I was in the bank, and so whenever I see the pictures of Alliance in Motion Global packages online, my perception, the perception was just one, that just selling products, by selling products, and they want people to come and just go sell products for them and what have you. And so even when they were telling me that it is not really about selling products and all of that, I really didn't give it a thought. I really didn't really understand what they meant until one day my pastor was preaching, and then he says that if you're a young person, you need to have plans, you need to have vision. Okay. So when he said those things really sank in. It resonates with me. And I was like, wow, if this man is saying this, the people are sharing him up and all that. Uh, what can I do as a young man? Because when you look around you, you realize that young people are really bringing up a lot of things. For instance, Mark Zuckerberg is one young guy who is just like my age, or even maybe close or more. So if he has come up with something huge that's helping a lot of people, it is so mind blowing. Okay. And one thing about believers is that, we really uh, adhere to what the Bible says a lot, especially here in my country, Ghana. And so I was intrigued when I noticed that, the Bible says that if you are looking for greatness, then you must always find a way to serve the many. for service to many leads to greatness. And so I sat down to find out, that is after I have seen the business plan. How many successful people do I know, and how are they serving people? So first of all, I looked into Mark Zuckerberg again, the Facebook man. I noticed that he's serving uncountable number of people, serving so many people, and so he's making the money he's making. As at some years back, he was the fifth earner, the fifth richest man in the whole world as at that age. Okay, when I come to my country, I realize that those who own the radio stations, TV stations, those who sell bottled water and stuff like that, they are really serving a lot of people. So they are making a lot of money. But then with my job, it is me alone that I work, and then it is me alone getting paid. I earn for my effort alone, and so I'm not serving many people, and so I'm not earning that much. Okay, so my first reaction was that it was just about selling products and really understand how I was going to be able to quit my job and then sell the product, or perhaps sell the product and then work at the same time. It was challenging for me. But eventually, when I visited the office and then they explained the business, I noticed that no, no, no. It is way beyond selling of products. As I sit here for the past 1 year plus, I can't remember the last time I sold any product to anybody, but I still earn my money. Okay, I still earn my money. After 3 years ago, I was the top 12 earner in global Ghana, and as I speak with you now, I am currently the top 9 earner in global Ghana. And I don't go around selling products. You understand? I don't go around selling products. And so I was like, most people don't know this. There are some of my friends who are even bankers that I have spoken to them about this glorious opportunity. They have seen how the business works and all of that. They are still not convinced yet. There is something in them telling them that they may not be able to do it. You see? So the first instinct, you find all the millions reasons that you, you can't do this business. But when you sit down and you think of life, you see, you think life is so short. Every day you hear somebody is dead. Life is so short. Whether or not you like it, the next 2 years will come. The next 5 years will come. The next 6 years will come. If I look back in my life, the past 5 years, my achievement with AIM Global is just enough evidence that I'm on the right path. Because again, like my leader said, Mr. Davo said, it's not about what the business can do for you, all right, but how the business can help you bless others and of course help you yourself invest in other businesses and so on and so forth. All right, some of us, that's our joy. You wake up in the morning, you have somebody calling you, Mr. Lawrence, thank you so much for introducing Alliance Emotion Global to me. Thank you so much for giving us some of your products to try. Thank you so much for giving my mommy the E24/7. Thank you so much for helping the chief with the stroke he had. You know, these are the good things that you need to hear. We have people who are constantly listening to news on radio, on TV. So their lives have become so much coordinated because when you listen to radio, it is always negative things. But once you switch on Alliance Emotion Global, at least 70% of the time you are going to hear good news. 70% of the time you are going to hear inspiring things, things that are going to help you forge forward. All right. So for me not to take too much of the time again, if you ask the question how I took it the first time, it was very highly unmotivated for me the first time I saw it. So it took me like 6 months for me to get on board this business. And when I finally understood how the business works, I never looked back. It has been forward, and today we find ourselves here sharing my success story. All right. And I pray that tomorrow will be somebody else's story that we'll be sharing among ourselves. So, host, if you are there, take it on and then let's move on.
Wow. Thank you very much for that amazing answer, Mentor Lawrence. Okay, so I'm wondering about Mentor Davo because you know you are in engineer by profession. So if there's a person or there's these people who don't want to do this kind of business, possibly this must be you, because you are already having a good job, and your salary, I guess, is good. So can you tell us also your first scenario, Mentor Davo, when someone invited you in this network marketing? So how was your first scenario? Because me, me, I was working abroad before, okay? So someone online on Facebook invited me this kind of business. And, Filipino or anywhere in the world, when they hear about networking, automatically in their brain it's a scam. So I was negative, very negative in the first place, and I'm not having a very good job that time, but the high pride is there. So how about you, Mentor Davo? Can we hear from you?
Okay. So thank you so much, my sister. You know. So actually, I was a lecturer, as I've said. I studied mechanical engineering. I'm an engineer, and my school retained me. I'm also, when I was in Polytechnic, I studied computer engineering. When I was in the university, I studied mechanical, engineering, you know. So I am electromechanical engineer. So being a working as an employee and then being a lecturer, that one does not mean that you have it all. You understand? Because you said that the salary I get, I was earning a very good salary. Then I may look at it that it was good. I get me, but when I joined M Global proved me wrong. That I could, the money that I was earning as a salary, I get me. So it doesn't watch my standard. No job outside there that can pay you your watch. That is what I want you to know. You understand? And the start education is good. Be an engineer with a very good certificate. That one does not determine the success. I do tell my people that in the best way for you in life to achieve what you want, to achieve wealth in life, is for you to be an entrepreneur. If you are still working under somebody, forget it. No company can pay you your watch. No boss, will be happy while you are making progress than him or her. You understand? No boss that you will that will be happy that you are getting richer than them. That is what I want you to understand. So when I was there, fine, I thought that I have gotten a very good job, a very good offer. Once you have not gotten the better offer, you will think that the one that you have at hand is the best. Working as a lecturer, then yes, if a person, if I meet my friend, my colleagues, oh, Mr. Devo, how are you doing now? Where are you working? I will tell them, yes, I'm a lecturer. What am I lecturing? Lecturing nonsense. Because how much are they paying us then? The money was not enough to cater for my family, even for myself. But until when I come across this opportunity, when somebody just introduced it to me for the first time, the person called me on phone, fine. I don't want to listen at all. The reason is this. I was into one before, that was called Syntec Global. Yes, I was doing that, you understand? But that one was somehow, I thought that was okay. When the person now called me, okay, Mr. Dafo, come and see this one. If you do this one, you forget about the one that you are doing. I told that person, shut up. I don't want to divide my interest. I want to be focused. Don't tell me about him global or whatever. But when God really wants me to grab this information, the opportunity came. I was in Abuja. I also traveled to Ghana during that time. Then there was one mini presentation of M Global they were doing in Ghana. When I was there, that person invited me. I look at it, it's not the same thing that the person had been inviting me to. Fine, I just tried to get some information there. When I came back to Nigeria, again, another person also gave me that information. You know, being a networker, when there is a good one, people will locate you, people will find you. If they have already know you as a networker. So when I was in Abuja, I traveled to Abuja again. I was able to attend the same seminar again of M Global. Oh my God. But this is a very great opportunity, Lord, that if I can open my mind to this opportunity, there's something better is going to come up. That is what it makes me. So when I came back to my base, I was thinking about it. How can I do it? So I called my people, the little team members I have then. I said, guys, it's like I found it better somewhere, Lord. Let us look into this information together. But to God be the glory, when we started, within a month, 2 months, things changed for us. You know, being a networker before, we already know what to do. We already know how to make publicity. So initially, I don't want to leave my job for it. That's the reason why I had it as a part-timer. I was doing it as a part-timer then. Okay, let me just try it. But along the line, during our own trying, our own feasibility studies, fine. And then what really motivates me most is the testimony and then the board of directors. I went online, Dr. Kabatong, Francis Michael, and then the John Aspirin. The way they are so passionate about the people's life, how all their motivational talk is about to getting people out of poverty, and then they are so humble. I say, wow, this is the kind of person that I like to work with. It's like I love their vision. I went ahead again on YouTube to look into so many testimony. Are you sure this thing is real the way they are promoting it? I saw some Africans testimonies there. I click on it. I saw some testimony from Asia. I also look at it very well. I downloaded. I said, wow, if it truly these people are making it from this business, definitely I can do better. I believe in myself that yes, I can do better. It could be me. I have a very big dream. I want to be I want to be a millionaire at the early age, a very young millionaire, so that I've been looking for the opportunity. I had a big dream. I want to live a better life. I want to give a better life to my family. And then number 2, I want to see people giving glory to Almighty God, thanking God through me. And how can that world come to reality? That is when I find M Global. Oh, wow. So all of us can be doing the business and they were making money. At the same time, everybody be making money. I'm also making money at the top. That's just it. That is what it makes me to be doing the business passionately as a part-timer in M Global then. That is what late 2014. Late 2014, that's when I joined M Global. And we were doing it in the evening. And then from there, we see the way the things change. I said, wow. And I spoke to myself, if I can achieve this paycheck within 6 months, doing it as a part-timer, and I saw so many people around me happy doing the business. I said, well, so definitely, if I can do the business in full time, so many people's life is going to be changed for better. So many people that are going to be financially liberated because I will have enough time to go out to meet people. At the same time, my paycheck is going to be very big, very large. That is what prompted me to be doing M Global in full time. So beginning, I don't want to listen at all to M Global. But God really wants me to have this information. That's the reason why, as I said, I traveled to Ghana. I got the information there. I couldn't do anything when I came back to Nigeria. After that, somebody invited me to Abuja in Nigeria. It's the same information again. that is when I started developing interest and I started making so much of what the research. So my sister and my people, because of our time. So thank you so much. If there's another question, okay, so let's give room for another question. So thank you.
Amazing. Wow. That's really great, mentor. So, anybody has a question here? Hello, I know you got inspired already with our two sharers here. So, even me, I'm speechless. So, if you don't want to question me, I have a question. I have a lot of questions because I know these people, they are very busy and I'd been asking you both to be my guest here, and you've been so very busy. So we are so privileged to have you here tonight. So you guys, if you have questions, concerns about the business that we are doing right now, you can ask. Feel free to ask. Okay? Because if you don't want to ask, I'll be asking. All right. So they don't have a question maybe. Is it okay if okay? I am currently working under my boss. I made possible to do. Oh, I think this is with you, Mentor Davo, right? This person is with you, I think. Your leader is with us. Mentor Michael, I think, is with us. Okay, so now I know that you are making big amount doing the business. So my question here is, when the first time you got your income here doing the AIM Global, what is the first material that you bought from this business that you got? So maybe I will ask first to Mentor Lawrence. I hope
Wow.
you heard me.
So, yes. All right. So, you mean what was the first material thing I bought with my first check? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, some of us, I think this was for us. In the sense that the first check I made was very, very small amount of money. I think it was in Ghana cedi, it was 168 cities, which I think was less than 1,600 pesos. I think it was less than 1,600 pesos. All right. And so that money, I think I still have that check. It's a picture of that check for uh, uh, testimonial sake. But I think I still have it. I normally use it when I do presentation. So that was the first check I made, and I was just laughing. I was like, this amount of money wouldn't do anything. But let me believe that the bigger checks will pop up. Okay. So when the bigger checks started coming, then I had to be tactical. So I bought my first car so that I'll be able to move to a very, very, far places and then do the business swiftly. Because there are areas in Ghana that, I mean, you need your own vehicle to get there on time, to beat traffic and what have you. So that is the first major thing I bought within Global Capital. And then the next thing I bought within Global Capital was perhaps my first house. I bought my first land from M Global Capital, second land from M Global Capital, my third land from M Global Capital. Hmm. And then I built with my M Global Capital. My school too, I started this with M Global Capital before transport business. I started that one too with M Global Capital. And finally, I've been using M Global Capital to travel around as well. So basically, this is what I can summarize in terms of what I've used in Global Capital to do. Aside, blessing other people, this is what I've used in Global Capital. Over to you, host.
Wow, that's so cute. Even for everything starts from small. and then it grows, right? So that's really inspiring, and it's very important that during our first time that we've earned something, we must get something, right? That we can enjoy. So thank you very much for sharing. So how about you, Mr. Davo? What was your first ever material that you bought from your first income in AIM Global? Do you still remember?
Okay, so
I think you don't.
let's say if I can remember, you understand. Uh, my first income from Global, that was my first referral bonus, which is 1,900 naira in Nigeria here. But along the line, that was my first, when you register somebody, you have the referral bonus. Very small, very little amount. But later, even that one also motivate me. So we started doing the business very well. And then when I started having the tangible income, you understand, what I do most is this. Every of my income, if I touch a single matching bonus, I divide it into two. You understand? 50% of my earning, it go for my welfare, my family, and to maintain myself. 50%, you understand, it go for the business. That is the AIM Global Empower Consumerism business. Wow, what that 50%, what am I doing unity for the business? Maybe for the presentation, we move a lot from one stage to another, and then we need to motivate ourselves. So that is exactly what I do with the money. Along the line, the 50% that I was keeping for myself, it was getting bigger. But any income comes to my own account through the business, I firstly remove the 50% for my business. I don't use all my finger or my hand to hit, because I have to prepare for tomorrow. I need to work with my team members. So as I was saying, even the 50% was getting bigger, and then the money for reserving for the business, yes, it's also there. So that when I want to travel for the presentation for OPP, to be able to do that. And that is exactly what I normally tell my team members. So when you are getting money, don't spend all, because the time is coming whereby you will need the capital to boost your business. But if you don't prepare for it, it may be very difficult for you. Then you are going to be getting me confusing, etc. like that. You won't be able to focus again. And then, as I was saying, the business, the 50% also getting more bigger. And then what I firstly achieve, apart from taking care of the family, you got to take care of the family, do some other petty things now. But when I was able to gather extra millions together in my own account, the first thing I firstly do, I bought a car. That's my first Highlander. That's my SUV cars. That's what I firstly bought. So understand? And I did that for me to boost the business very well. Because so many people that have introduced the business too, that they don't listen to you. They want you to go there first, so that they want to see what you want to achieve before they will say yes. Yes, that's what it makes me to buy that my Jeep then. You understand? This one is the second one of the car. So that is what I use my first my millions that I firstly gathered in AIM Global. I bought a car then. And then after that, I move on. I get me with my house. I started building my house. So everything happened within a year and some months. That's when I was able to start building my house, buying a car then with the first big amount I made from AIM Global. And then I bought the car, as I've said, purposely to let people know that, yes, this business is working. Come and see, I'm now having a Jeep now with a full AC. You understand? So if you do our own business, your life is going to get better. You also going to get your own car. And then
Yes.
business boom. Business boom within that. When I launched that car, let's say after 3 months again, 3 months, I got another millions to launch
Oh.
another one again. That first car, I get me produce another car, another Jeep, brand new one within 3 months because people are just, oh my God. So the business is working. That one makes them to believe in the business. And after that achieving that, we have a lot of achievement also, as I've said before. So the host, thank you so much, ma. Okay.
Wow, amazing. Grabe. That is just so
Okay.
inspiring. Oh my God. So, you know how to manage your money ever since, right? Like you don't just spend the money or your income when you were just starting. That's really good, and I'm learning new things now. Thank you very much for sharing that, mentor. Okay, so um, you guys, you mentor Davo is married, and also mentor Lawrence is married, right? So you guys have kids also. So I know that it's when you were started, it's kind of difficult. I know. So maybe I have this last question. Okay, so can you share us? Can you share us the how you call it, the change of your life before, when you are not yet here in M Global, and now maybe I will say, can you differentiate your life before AIM Global and now that you are having a result here in AIM Global? So I may call on Mentor Lawrence. Are you still with us, Mentor? Oh, Mentor Lawrence. Oh, I think he is muted. Are you muted now, Mentor? I cannot enable the mute. Hold on.
Yes, you muted me. You muted me, so I'm now muted.
It's okay, it's okay. Welcome back.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. I hope you've heard my question, mentor.
If you don't mind to come again, I will grateful. Please ask your question again, if you don't mind.
Sure, sure, sure. Mentor, you want me to repeat the
So
question?
I'm listening to the question.
Oh, okay. I was asking that since you are married now, okay, and I was just asking, can you differentiate your life before AIM Global and now that you are very successful doing the business? What are the difference of your life before and now? Can you share us?
Wow, my life before right now. All right, why not? Okay, so I wasn't married when I started being in global, and
Okay.
I was single. So I was living actually a single life, obviously. Okay, so I was able to support my family because I'm the only male child of my family. We are a family of four. The only male child. So I was supporting that with my banking salary. Okay, but again, I knew that the second you get married, you have your own family, and then the support you are able to give to your family, extended family, will not be as the same as it will be once you get married. And so I factored all of that into deciding to go full time in Global. Okay, because I realized that if finances are not much better when you are married, things can be much challenging. I mean, COVID-19 has
Yes.
COVID-19 has come to expose many people, so many people. And my life currently is purely depending on plan. So we normally call something life by design. So it has been designed now from one point to the other. And then the good thing is that now that I'm married, building a business, I have enough time with the family. Anytime that, for instance, today I didn't go anywhere until I think 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That was when I had to meet up some few prospects in the office. Okay, so it gives you more time to bond with the family and what have you. Okay, and now because of the business, before I didn't have quality contact numbers on my phone, but then because of the business, your numbers are always quality. Now you have some lawyers on board your team, some policemen on board your team, some doctors on board your team, and so if you need something for some reason, for instance, my school where I started the school, for instance, it was just one of my downlines that connected when we got started. All right. So before doing AIM Global, the quality of contacts I had was just the schoolmates and stuff like that. But now that I'm on board AIM Global, even my network has been enriched, has been upgraded, and that is one of the side attractions of AIM Global. Because life is not about who you know anymore; it's about who knows you. All right, it's about who knows you. So it depends on who knows you and what they can offer you, especially when you are in need of something. So life before AIM Global, especially when it comes to my contact, it wasn't at oh God, what's happening? Okay, right there. So we are back, right? Okay, so if you can still hear me.
Yeah.
I was saying that live before AIM Global, the contact I had on my telephone alone was not as quality as I do now. Now I have a team members who are coming from different professions that should I need any help, any assistance in that kind of field, they are so willing, more than willing to assist. Aside that, contact when it comes to some of these travelings. For instance, when we came for the Philippine trip, I made a lot of friends from different countries. So anytime I want to travel to any of these countries that I've made friends in, it's so easy for me when it comes to somebody checking out where I'll be staying and all of that. So these are some of the side attractions aside